we have here is a 2008 Volkswagen Passat. Came in crank no start, and initially when I first cranked it over, it was turning over extremely fast, so I suspected it had a compression issue. The motor was replaced in this car about a year ago. It was a used motor, and it initially had some kind of a noise internally, like a very light tapping noise. But as again, like I said, it came in with a crank no start. So I did a relative compression test using the picoscope, and you can see where I have marked what cylinders are what. Now, I couldn't get a sync signal out of any of the ignition coils, and I couldn't figure out why at first, because I did check the timing belt, and the timing belt had not broke on this car. It was actually replaced when they did the motor. So what I ended up doing is taking the oil cap off, and I was able to see the intake cam, and it was not spinning. So I ended up having to take the high pressure pump housing off with the brake booster pump, and this is basically what I found. The timing chain tensioner that links the intake and exhaust cams together had actually cracked, and basically you can see where the chain, let's see if I can get a good picture here, basically snapped. So obviously when a lot of European cars, especially Volkswagen, when you have a timing belt that snaps or jumps time, at least 2 or 3 teeth, or the rear chain just basically lets go, you're basically looking at having to remove the head in order to do intake and exhaust valves. So sort of a warning, if you ever hear any kind of odd noise coming from the top of the cylinder head, especially on this particular motor, because what we have here, and here's a piece of the guide for the timing chain. This is basically the piston that pushes against, there's the high pressure pump, pushes against the high pressure pump. On a lot of Volkswagens, they'll start to rattle because the sleeve of the piston basically starts to weaken and they crack. I've seen that happen, and you'll start to get fault codes for high pressure pump output. So that's about it.